The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Under 10, 10. Great.
Now Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Mike 56. Let's go one more. Bang. Hey, empty. Check right. Ram.
This is Gordon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D. What's it done? I grip 5-2. Come here.
Here's Wentz to throw. Buying time to his and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Montez Sweat just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Mike 5-9. They can't hang with us. We're 5-7.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. And a pressure gets to him again. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And this will be taken at the 13. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53. Here we go.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he's taken down inside the 30. 16 yards, a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
50 seconds.
From the 25 on second down. Haskins, complete. Richardson has it. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ready. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On first down, here's Love. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. On the ground, Geis. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis, his second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had that 14-0 lead, but that has evaporated as they go to work here, 1st and 10. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Mike 56. Mike
74.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. Able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt.
82, 40.
On first down, Wentz. Ertz has it left side. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Throwing now is Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Kill.
Great 57.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Go. 120.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Monte Nicholson picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Geis. And he's got room. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
That's another Washington Redskins first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Final play of the half, it's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brings us 3rd and 8.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. 3rd down, here's Haskins. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Shit, watch the shit.
Let's go, great, great. Kill.
Wentz now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this. You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Haskins on 1st down. That'll be caught right side by Reed.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Play action. Haskins. That is caught at the 7. That is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Devin Funchess, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Redskins have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up second and 2 at the 44-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
I got you. I got you.
To throw is Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 33.
First down, Eagles.
Here we go. 20!
Check 56. I got you. I got you.
What's this up?
You're all right, baby.
Go.
He's coming. Double up.
Now Gordon on first down. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible, because right now he is wrecking things for them.
Great 15.
On second and 12, Wentz. Caught right side, it's Jeffrey. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 22-yard line. They have, by the way, gone to the third quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit. And the Packers adding to their totals there and their lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
180! Two jet.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22.
What's this up?
I got no cement. Me. I got this. 59.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Wentz. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And it's caught. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
Second and goal from the 1.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Jim.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Waiting!
You remember me?
Friend. 5'9". Hey, Alpha! Switch up!
Now Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
55,
Sunday. Hey, Echo.
Let's go.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The 37-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll try and get it with Geis. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
2nd down, Haskins. That is incomplete. He was trying to get that to Bryce Love out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the 1st down in the process.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Haskins now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to the ground game now with Geis. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Let's get it. Here we go. Here we go. This is Silly Outlaw. Double time. Double time. Out. Fire down. Stand up in.
They run with Geis. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. 4th down. Here's Haskins. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Hey, kill.
Check, 59. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
To throw is Wentz. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Man up, deep.
Hey, 57.
56 more. Here we go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
That's fielded in the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Montez Sweat in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for Deshaun Jackson. Incomplete. He was covered by Josh Norman.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Let's 5-7.
56 at the mic. 56 at the mic. Oh, yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
He's back to throw. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final.